Hi, this is Peaceful Journey 405, and I was telling you about, how my doctor told me that uh, I'm gonna get, it's gonna feel like I was hit by a Mack truck, you know, and like I said, honestly, I was scared, but because I never been hit by a Mack truck before, and I drive the trucks, and I know what it could do to a deer, you know. So, but like I said, I knew I was going to be fine. I did. You know, me and the Lord, we've been walking this walk for a long time, and he lets me know that He'll never leave me nor forsake me, and He's with me always until the end of time. So, if I'm with the Lord and He's with me, and He's already let me know that I'm gonna be fine, I can do it. So I knew it. So, and then when you're in the hospital, you see all kind of commercials with little kids that's going through surgeries and all this. They not kicking and screaming, and if I thought kicking and screaming would help, I would do it. I would do it, but the Lord don't play that. You know, be a good soldier of Jesus Christ. Be strong and courageous as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. You know who your Father is. Represent. So that's what I really try to do. I try to represent. You know, the day before, when they was getting ready to wheel me into surgery, I had my mother there, my auntie, and I asked my mother to leave. We prayed and everything, and I asked my mother to leave, and my auntie said, she's like 2 years younger than me, and she said, "Are you scared?" I said, "Well, I'm scared, but I'm not, because I never had surgery. But I'm not, because I'm strong and courageous as a good soldier of Jesus Christ." She said, "Strong and courageous?" I said, "Yes, I'm strong and courageous." And then when the orderly was wheeling me in, two or more gathering in His name, He's with you. So I take full advantage of this man that's wheeling me in. I honestly, at this point, I don't remember it was a man or woman, which it didn't. I could care less. So I started praying, and I said, "Lord, thank you for being with me and never leaving me or forsaking me," and just into prayer and stuff. And I said, "Well, let's do this. Let's do this." And I said, "Thank you. I thank you in advance because you do know the end from the beginning." So I thanked Him. And then of course, the operation was successful, and that's exactly which I knew it would be. But before I went home to recover from this surgery, which I had tubes coming out me and stuff, 2 tubes coming out me, and they was draining, which that's nasty, which I'm just telling you. And the doctor, he said, "Now, remember I told you you had cancer, and this is what the cancer is." He said, "Wherever it starts, that's the type of cancer you have. If it starts in your pancreas, it's pancreas cancer. I don't care if it moves to your pancreas, to your liver, to your this, to your that. It's pancreas cancer. If you have breast cancer and it moves from your breast to this, to that, it's still breast cancer. And whatever level you're at, you can get, it's 4 levels, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're at 4 level, 4 being the worst, once you're at 4, you're at 4. And this is an important part. Mindset. Okay. The Lord, He directs your path. Every step of this journey, He has let me know that I'm going to be okay, and this is what I need you to do. I listened to the Lord. He heard my cry. But anyway, I listen to the Lord, and yeah. Uh, so, like I said, every step of the way, He really prepares you for every step of the way if you listen to Him. If you listen to Him, like I said, one of my sister's very best friend, she called me after the surgery, and when she heard, she said, "You need to apply for disability." I said, I'm getting back in my truck. I don't know what you're talking about." She said, "Hey, until then, let's apply for disability, and in 6 months, if you don't need it, get back in your truck. But why waste this time?" It sounded right, and she's really a very smart young lady. And so she told me the place to go, and they're very successful. And if they take your case, you're going to get disability because they have a success rate of 98%. So I was happy with them, and they're a team of lawyers, and and they'll take it out my money later, so I'll have to pay them in advance, which I like that. So, like I said, the Lord has really, when I say every step of the way, when my doctor came in, he let me know this is not what he does. He's a transplant doctor. I said, "I need a transplant too?" He's like, "No, I just want you to know you got the best. The Lord will give you the very best." And honestly, I've gotten wonderful advice. I know I said, people don't share, but the people that needed to share, those are the people that have shared with me. And I thank them. I mean, personally, I thank them. Let me think. The hardest part of going through this whole ordeal, journey, I think is I would say mindset. Once you have your mind set, there's nothing that nobody can tell you any different. Either you want to go through the chemo, and when you go through the chemo, you have to have fertile ground, not just in the word, which most definitely you got to have fertile ground there. Seed is planted, it grows. Your faith, it grows and grows and grows. You with the Lord, you talk to Him one-on-one, you read your word. Like I said, I've been in with the Lord my whole life. From age 5, I realized, and I was a kid, and I realized what's going on with the Lord, and I thank Him. But you got to have fertile ground. I said, not just in the word, because you got to be rooted. Ground, rooted, plants. You got to be rooted in the word. Know the Lord. If you don't know the Lord, get to know the Lord. Get to know your Creator. Get to know the Lord. So, like I said, that's the Lord. I was planted in the word, and then you need to be planted as far as your team. Like I said, my mother's still living. I thank the Lord for her, because giving up was never an option with her. She don't play. She don't play. Give up. You give it your best shot. Then after you giving it your best shot, then you can say things didn't work. But no, you give it your best shot, and that's what I'm doing. I'm giving it my best shot. I try to eat right. I try to take my vitamins right. I listen to the doctor. I do not fight my doctor. These people, and I really think I see, when I went through this, it was COVID time. Everybody was wearing the masks and stuff, and even in the commercials, people was wearing the masks, and I really think I seen my doctor teaching. I think he's a teacher. He was a teacher, instructor. I don't know the correct professor. I don't know the correct terminology, but so I know he was very high up and stuff, and God gave me the very best. People to encourage me, lawyer teams to get my disability on time, friends to, that's why I think it's so important to share. That's why I'm doing this channel. It is important to share. You share with people, but like I said, the Lord knows how to get the word to you that needs to be to you. He doesn't get our blessings mixed up. And whenever you do go to heaven, you will not be a surprise. Come on now. Oops. Hey, no, you will not be a surprise. But like I said, my teams was really in place, and like I said, the surgery was successful. So now I'm dealing with the cancer. I wasn't finished dealing with the other thing I was dealing with, but now, it's time for me to go home. My doctor, he let me know, I'm setting you up with another team, and these are people that I believe in and stuff, and, really, he's already proved himself to me that he was the best, so, and so now I'm dealing with the cancer, tubes coming out of me, draining. I'm at my mother's house. They called me, and they told me about putting in a port. What did I feel about putting in a port? And me, I don't like needles, but the port is easier access to put the medicine in. I've heard about people. You do your own research on a port. I enjoy my port. I would not go any other way. I know it's going to be a lot of needles being in me, so give me the port. And that's what I did. And I'm very happy that I did do the port. I know some people that didn't do the port, and, I'm happy with the port. Back to the mindset, somebody to cook for you, somebody, like I said, my mother, God bless my mother, because she really helped me. She pulled me back up, helped me. I had to learn, get back out into walking and stuff. You don't leave the hospital until you can walk and do other things and stuff. I've always had my bills as low as possible, so I knew I could always pay my bills. I had bill money set aside, because I was, I was saving anyway. So I had bill money set aside and stuff. And after my surgery, I didn't move back into my house for at least, I'm going to say 6 to 8 months, which my mother had came and cleaned my house as far as the refrigerator. I tried to keep my house clean and stuff. But anyway, let's see. My first time going to chemo, like I said, I have my port. The doctor wants to meet with me for my first chemo. I didn't know nothing about chemo. I didn't know if they was going to do chemo, radiation. I didn't know. I had a friend with me, because sometimes I'm a baby, and sometimes you need support, even when you're strong. When you're the strong one and you need support, it's very nice that you have some people that support you. And I really appreciate my team, that the Lord has blessed me with a team of people to support me. One of my neighbors had told me, this is when I became a truck driver, and I got into the truck, and I was going to be over the road going from Florida to California, be on the road learning how to drive the truck. And I asked her to pray for me. And she said, "Baby, I've been praying for you your whole life." How nice is that? And I said, "Thank you." And I pray for my neighbors and my loved ones and my friends. And the Lord teaches us to pray for our enemies. So you do that. Well, this is Peaceful Journey, and I just want to share my experience as far as, when I first found out that I had cancer. So I want to share that with you, and I'm asking you to like and subscribe. And one more thing. When you're going through sickness or anything, I think, when you're going through a battle, one thing that you need to remember, and that is, you're not the only one that's going through something. The nurses, they're going through something. The doctors, they're going through something. The person that cleans up, they're going through something. Your family, they're going through something. Your loved ones. It's not all about you. All right. I'm going to leave you with that. And like I said, this is Peaceful Journey, asking you to like and subscribe. God bless.